you have a Mini 1 and you wonder if you should upgrade, or you don't have a Mini 1 and you want to know if this is a good drone for you, you need to watch this video. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Daniel here. I have the Mini 2 and I have the first Mini over here, and I have the box here. Look at that. Before I open this box, I just want to show you something. Look at this. You might have seen pictures of the new Mini 2 and you know that by now that the controller is much bigger than the Mini 1. But why is the box of the Mini 2 smaller? I give you 3 seconds to think about that, and the answer is right here. Look at that. It's because the Mini 1 had a prop guard included. Mini 2 does not. So depending on the markets, the Mini 2 combo that I have here is $50 to $100 more than the Mini 1 was a year ago. And you don't get prop guard, but you do get a lot more. So let me open the box. There's a lot of changes in this drone, not just the drone. Major changes with the drone, the controller, and also the battery. So let me open this and we will see, we will compare with the Mini 1. And I have also my wish scale over there. So I want to be able to show you something very significant. And if you thought that you would buy this drone or upgrade from the Mini 1 because of the 4K, wrong. That's not the reason. 4K is not the big thing in this drone, and I will explain why when I talk about the camera. So let me open this here. I'm assuming this way here. Yeah, this is the right way, and look at this. And the box is empty. Look at that. What do I have here? A little leaflet in different languages. Okay, name of product, fabricate, made in Shenzhen, China. So look at this. This is the case. Wow. Okay, before I open the case, I have to say something here because I had seen pictures before. The case of the Mini 1, hands down, better than the case of the Mini 2. Let me tell you before I open this very quickly. This is very, very sturdy. So I could put this in the trunk of my car and not be afraid that something would fall over, bang on it, and damage what's inside. The new case, you can see, it is soft. So I guess I'll be buying a new case because I don't like a soft case for a drone when you carry it in your car or your truck. So I'm going to buy a new case, I think. And by the way, guys, if you want a good case, check out Nanuk. They're made in Canada and they're excellent case for drones. So you open this here and this is what we see inside. So I'll take out everything and we'll talk about that with each part. So we have here the controller, which I'm going to remove from the plastic at least so we can see it. So we have the controller over here. I'll just leave it here for now. We have a few boxes here. We have a flat box here that is probably, actually, you know what? I'll keep the boxes at the end. This one is accessories, nothing in here. And this one is the drone. I'll leave the drone here. And the case is empty. And again, this is what I meant, guys. Look at the case of the Mini 1. Like solid compartments inside. Look at the case of this one. Like floppy. You see that? Floppy, very thin. Well, guys, I'll say it right now. I'm disappointed with the case of the new drone. So we have the drone over here. So we have a few stickers. What do we have in the accessory box? The charger, the cables, and we have also a cable over here. And this box, I believe, is empty. Wow, guys, big change right now. Everything is Type-C. The Mini 1 was micro USB. This is now a Type-C cable. These are the 3 cables to connect your smart device to the controller. No change here. Lightning, Type-C, and micro USB. And here we have, I'm going to open these things here and show you. This is the charger. There's the charger, I guess, yeah, in the drone. So this is the charger and the transmitter and the drone. I'm going to talk about each of these separately. I'll keep the transmitter at the end. There is a lot of new things about the transmitter and the battery also. So let me open the drone first. The one thing I did not like with the Mini is that you have to be careful when you put the Mini in the case, because the props underneath here are going all over the place. So you have to align them carefully to put the drone inside the case. With the new Mini, look at that. They provide you with a clip that you just put around the drone to hold the props in place. So this is a very, very great idea. So let me open the drone over here. There are major differences in this drone that are not obvious. And this is the Mini 1 over here. So the Mini 1 weighs, as you know by now, 249 grams. The Mini 2 weighs 242. It weighs a little less. They say that the motors are bigger, and it's actually hard to see just like this here, and I'm looking at the coils inside. It's hard to see, but there is a major difference, is that this is 4K camera, this is 2.7K. Now, do not expect a huge difference in quality. This is not a Phantom 4 Pro, or this is not a Mavic 2 Pro, okay guys? So the sensor is exactly the same. It's a 1/2.3-inch sensor. So DJI put more pixels onto the same size sensor. So it's going to be 4K, but as I said, not the quality of the professional drones. The camera here, let me remove the protector. And I have here 2 little stickers that are holding the gimbal for transportation. The gimbal says 4K. That's the difference. It says 4K here. It says Mini 2 here. The weight says 249 here, but when you look at the specs, I think it's actually 242. And there is a battery in this one. There's also a battery. No, there's no battery in the one. So let me put the battery in the one. And I'll talk more about the battery soon, because major changes with the battery, guys. And I have my weight scale over here in grams, and I wonder if you can see that up there on the main camera. Yes, you can. There you go. The Mini, oh, I need to remove the prop guard also on this one. I mean, not the prop guard, sorry, the gimbal protector. I have 248, okay? 248 grams with the Mini 1, and the Mini 2, 238. You probably see that up there. Yeah, and there's also a sticker over here, but that's, well, that's a light sticker. 237 now, but let's see again, 238. So it is lighter. The drone is lighter than the previous one. The props look approximately the same. So one thing I want to say about the Mini, very, very significant. It's not Wi-Fi. It's OcuSync 2.0. And that's one thing that the big YouTubers don't talk about. They get the drone for free. Maybe they fly it twice or 3 times, but I've been flying my Mini here for a full year since it came out. And let me tell you, when you fly in a busy residential area with a lot of houses, of buildings, you get on your transmitter, you get the warning message, Wi-Fi interference. And sometimes you lose the feed, which can be dangerous, because if you're far away, then you don't know which orientation the drone is, you don't know which way to go, you don't have a feed. OcuSync will be a lot more stable. Also the range with Wi-Fi, this was 4-kilometer range. The Mini 2 is 10 kilometers. Major difference. So 2.7K, 4K. Unfortunately, 2.7K is still at 30 frames per second. I was hoping to get 60. We have 30 frames per second in the Mini 1. So when you do video editing and you have 60 frames per second, it's much better, especially when you do a rotation. You get more, the screen or the pan is more smooth. Significant differences also is about the speed. And I need my sheet over here. Because the motors are supposed to be a little bit stronger, the wind resistance went from 8 meters per second, which is 29 kilometers per hour, to 10 meters per second, or 36 kilometers per hour. That is significant. And that's one thing, again, that the big megatubers don't talk about. When you fly the Mini, as soon as you go above 100 feet in altitude, trust me, I do it like, I fly this drone almost every day. You get on your transmitter, on your smart device, warning, high wind, go down, and sometimes you even get drone cannot go back home automatically. Lower altitude and come back manually. That's a scary one. Especially if you lose the live feed at the same time. Then the return to home will not work. You have to be very careful. So being able to resist the wind, I hope will limit the number of times that you get this warning. When I fly the Mini 1, I get this warning every 10 seconds. On a typical day, a light breeze, but again, up in the air, it's no light breeze anymore, right? So I'm telling you, every 10 seconds, the warning message on your screen. So that's very annoying. Now, a difference also in speed. Maximum speed, ascent speed, descent speed, very significant differences here. In sport mode, with the Mini 1, we could go up to 47 kilometers per hour. With the Mini 2, 58 kilometers per hour. In P mode, which is position mode, 29 kilometers per hour. DJI finally changed P for N for normal mode. I don't know why they would call it P in the first place, but this one has N. N for normal mode, 36 kilometers per hour. Okay, normal mode, 29, 36. And like I said, a few differences in going up and going down. Flight time, 30 minutes, 31 minutes. And that brings me to, actually, I was going to say the battery to talk about flight time, but one thing I need to say, the gimbal, slight difference. The tilt speed on the Mini 1 was 120 degrees per second. So when you turn the wheel, the gimbal goes down and up quickly. Too quickly. It's very difficult to control, to have a very smooth transition. The Mini 2 is slower, which is a good thing in this case, 100 degrees per second. Now let's talk about the battery. And I have them over here. One thing you should know is that they're not compatible. You cannot interchange the batteries. And if I move this on the side here, and I'm going to take my weight scale, I'm going to show you, look at the design. They are different. They are not the exact same size. Now I'm going to weigh them because you'll see something interesting. In grams, the Mini 1 battery, 99 grams. Okay, 99 grams. Mini 2, 80. Almost 20 grams lighter than the previous one. The previous one had a capacity, I think it was 24. Let me double check here. I think it was 24. Yeah, 2400 mAh. The new one is 2250. So you heard me correctly. how can we have 1 minute extra flight time with a battery that is less capacity? The answer is the new motors and or the propellers are much more efficient than the Mini 1. That is excellent news. And look at the color scheme also. The drone before was beige, this was black, the controller was black. Now we have all of a more like uniform theme. What else I would like to say also about this thing here, the camera. Before I talk about the transmitter, I want to talk about the camera. A lot of changes with the Mini 2. You have different quick shot modes, which we did not have with the Mini 1. When you take a picture, you have panorama modes, you have a sphere, you have wide, you have 180 degrees, different shots. You can also have RAW, you have JPEG and RAW. We only had JPEG with the Mini 1. The field of view is the same, that's good news, 83 degrees in both cases. Like I said, the sensor is the same, so don't expect a huge increase in video quality. 4K, but that's 30 frames per second. And to me, the drawback is 2.7K at 30. I was hoping for 60. And that's it for this, guys. So let me put this on the side here. Now the transmitter. And there is something that I want to demonstrate with the transmitter. First of all, the old one and the new one. Look at the difference. Okay, major difference. In this case, you don't need to open anything at the bottom. You can see here that the sticks for the controllers are here at the bottom. Type-C connector over here to charge your transmitter. So let me just screw this over here. They're also higher or taller, so it will be easier to control your drone. You have here C mode for cinematic. You have normal mode, like I said, N. They don't have P anymore. And you have here sport mode. So it's nice that you can select this right on the controller. You don't have to go onto the app. Personally, I find that and to check the battery, you just press, I'm going to turn it off now. To check, you press once, and then it shows you how much battery you have. I'm just surprised the switch is not very clicky. Like I said, the switch is not very clicky. Like to go from normal to sport, there is no click. You slide it. Yeah, it's kind of easy to miss, really. I would prefer a more clicky response. Yeah, okay. And then here you pull this here to put your smart device over here. So I have my phone over here, and you put your phone like that. And this is it. Look at this. I'm going to do a little demonstration, and I know that many of you guys are going to disagree with me, but just bear with me for a few seconds. When we used to fly bigger drones, like the first ones, the Phantoms, Phantoms 3 and Phantom 4, I have here the Phantom 4 controller, and I'm going to stand. You would fly typically like this here, right? So you have the view here. You don't really need to see your sticks as long as you can feel them. So you would fly like this. When the Mavic Pro came out, the transmitter was the same geometry as this one, as the Mavic Mini, where you put your smart device at the bottom. I totally disagree with this geometry. Okay, I'm sorry, but that's partly the reason why I never bought a Mavic, because I have also a Phantom 4 Pro. But because the display was at the bottom, when you fly now, you cannot fly like this because you don't see on your display. You have to fly up like this. So if you talk to guys who have been flying airplanes or helicopters for a long time, it's more natural to fly this way than to fly up this way. So, and I like the fact that DJI went back to a controller with the display on top and not at the bottom. My prediction, guys, and I bet you 1 million subs, the new Mavic 3 that will come up in a few months will have the smart device at the top, not at the bottom. Basically, DJI is going back to the way it was with the Phantom series. So now that you saw the batteries cannot be interchanged, and I'm just going to do a demo to show you. Look at that. The battery doesn't fit in the old charger, or the new or the old battery does fit. Actually, this way, no, this way does fit, but look at that. We see a charge. This one doesn't see. I don't see a charge for this one. And let me see if I have a charge for this one here. No charge also for these two. They seem to be totally discharged. If I take the battery off this one here and put it over here, the three batteries are totally discharged, which is surprising. When I got the Mini a year ago, there was at least 50% charge. Now these are totally discharged. I hope I won't have any issues when I charge them. Actually, I'm going to try that right now. Okay, as you can see here, the first battery woke up, so this will charge completely, and then the second and the third. So it seems to be able to charge. I was a bit afraid because when I got my Phantom 4 Pro, I had one battery that was dead and I could not revive. So anyway, so here we have juice. I don't know why. Oh, it goes up after a certain time. Okay, so here we have a camera here. We have here functions. That's a bit different. In the back, we have the wheel for the gimbal. And here we have pictures or video on and off. And at the bottom, like I showed before, the two slots to put the two sticks. So guys, let me put this back over here. Oh, one thing I didn't try. If I use an old battery in the new Mini, it does work. It does work. You can actually put a battery of an old Mini in the new Mini 2. I'm not sure I would risk it though, because not sure I would risk it. Not worth it in my opinion. So guys, I don't know what you think, and I did not open this box here just to see what's inside. Quick start guide. The future is possible. Two-way charging hub. Something in Chinese here, and disclaimer and safety guide. Okay, your typical stuff. There is one thing I should mention. Let me see here. These are all the cables that we need. It's interesting. I was looking for a lightning cable. I only saw here a micro USB and a Type C, and I realized that there is a way to store the cable around in here. As you can see right there, see that in the transmitter, there's a cable in here. So I think this is the lightning cable that is inside over here. Yeah, it is a lightning cable that fits right here. So I'm going to remove it because I fly with a Type C cable. So I'm going to take this off. And yeah, so this closes like that. Let's put the three cables on the side here. So guys, here's my review, and let me check my sheet here because I just want to make sure I covered everything. Again, don't go crazy with the 4K. Okay, 2.7K was good enough. Personally, I would have preferred obstacle avoidance. So that's my second prediction. The Mini 3 will have obstacle avoidance. So faster speeds, more resistance to the wind, more features, the quick shots features for video and also for photo. There's one thing I just saw I forgot to mention, and this is key. The transmitter of the Mini 1 had a battery of 2600 mAh, okay, 2600. The new one, because it's bigger, 5200 mAh, double the battery capacity of the previous charger. And since I fly often, I was basically charging this transmitter every second day. Now with this one, it will be probably like once a week. So this is very, very good. A much bigger battery in the transmitter. And in closing, the build quality of the transmitter, honestly, I was expecting something cheap, but no, it feels great. And the charging block also over here that is currently charging, you can see here. Also, it's not bad actually, a little plasticky, but it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's like the exactly like the previous one. So guys, thank you for watching, and as always, if you have any questions about the Mini, the first one, or the Mini 2, let me know. What I would like to see though in the Mini in the future is obstacle avoidance, because I did a lot of videos on my channel, and I had one when I was doing a bridge inspection. I was flying sideways and I hit a branch. I saw the trees, but one branch was totally going above the river. And if I had had obstacle avoidance, I would not have hit the branch. One of my mistakes with the Mini in the past year. So I'm going to fly the Mini 2. I'll do comparison videos also between 2.7K and 4K. So we'll see if that makes a big difference. And also I'll try to do some wind resistance videos like I did with the Mini 1 using a huge fan. So thank you guys for watching, and see you next time. Goodbye.